and welcome back to another episode on building resilience in children. Now, as promised, that we were actually looking into some of our workshops, and we thought that there were kind of questions around, okay, some of the series that got released on Netflix or in other parts of, the media. We come across these things around multiverse, parallel dimensions, difficult things for parents to understand sometimes because, of course, we are not spending our time in investigating what's happening in that world, what is the reasoning behind all of this, but also how they have been portrayed on the screen. Now, today in this episode, what we are going to do is we're going to look into some of the ways that you can actually feed those curious minds when they're asking you questions. But in order to do that, I think you need to explore a little bit, and infinite has always been at the center of curiosity, whether that be we as adults or even children. So welcome to a world where the boundaries of space and time no longer exist. Imagine a reality beyond our wildest dreams, where the impossible becomes possible. In this parallel dimension, our imagination takes flight unfettered by the constraints of our physical world. And here, new possibilities unfold at every turn, and the limits of human potential are pushed to the extreme. Now, this is what you actually see in those sci-fi series on Netflix or on YouTube, or even the discussions that goes around on Twitter and all of that. Of course, as parents, we're exposed to that, and sometimes we worry about, how are we going to handle all of this for our young children. The good news is that we don't have to always do that, So unlocking this parallel dimension means that you are also trying to do your own research into it, and you're trying to find out, okay, what is happening, what are they saying about. So some of the questions, like, we always say, okay, there is gravitational force. Yes, we know that, but what if gravity worked in reverse, allowing us to effortlessly soar through the skies? And, imagine what if we could manipulate matter with a single thought, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. And that's the kind of imagination that you're looking into, because, of course, with the curious mind, you get some of the questions, and if you kind of streamline those questions and say, well, this is how it has to work, but what happens if the opposite happens? What if? Is the thing that you are trying to understand here. Now, in this parallel dimension, of course, innovation and creativity know no bounds, and most of the sci-fi series that you look into, or if you've got an interest in, and if you're digging in, you will see that innovation and creativity is at the center of all these series. Scientific discoveries, of course, revolutionize the way we live as technology advances at an astonishing rate, so sometimes, but it's always coming from the human mind, human brain, so our greatest minds collaborate, transcending the boundaries of space and time to unlock the secrets of this fascinating realm, if you like that way. But this parallel dimension is more than just a scientific marvel. It is a world of breathtaking beauty and wonder, which you will see in most of these sci-fi series, but also in the books. I'm going to go through those in a minute as well. So the vibrant landscapes that you see, untouched by the human hand, stretch out before us, inviting exploration and discovery. And according to space.com, so I dig a bit deeper into it. Again, the link is in the description. According to the space.com website, our universe is unimaginably big. Hundreds of billions, if not trillions, of galaxies spin through space, each containing billions or trillions of stars. And research suggests the universe's diameter could be 7 billion light years across. Now, in our previous one, I did actually show you the calculation of the light years, so you can go back to watch that one. And according to the Big Bang Theory, it burst into action, inflating faster than the speed of light in all directions for a tiny fraction of a second. Imagine that. Now, that mysterious process of inflation and the Big Bang have convinced some researchers that multiple universes are possible or even very likely. And that's where all of these series originate from as well. So, if I take you through a little bit around that, so as we venture further into this boundless reality, we encounter diverse civilizations, which you see in all of these, each with own unique customs and traditions. Cultural exchanges thrive, enriching our understanding of humanity and fostering a sense of unity across these dimensions, which is the fantastic bit in all of these. Um, some of the series that I have watched and are my personal favorites because they kind of gave me some foods for thoughts, I would say. Now, at this point, I'll just stop and also ask you to think about how do you envision the parallel universe, you know? So if you've got an idea and you would let us know in the comments below. So this is one of it, which is If I Hadn't Met You. I quite liked it because this is about the story of a husband and a father who actually loses his family in a tragic accident. Then he comes across someone, then travels to the parallel universes to seek a better fate for his beloved wife. Now, this is not a new one. This is a series that was released in 2018, but this series can give you a lot to think about. The next one, again, this is one of my personal favorite, which is the Stranger Things. You can find lots of teenagers talking about it, but also adults, you know. And I've watched the whole series because Stranger Things is set in the fictional rural town of Hawkins in Indiana in the 1980s. So that's where. That's the background. And then the nearby Hawkins National Laboratory ostensibly actually performs scientific research for the United States Department of Energy, but secretly experiments as well with the paranormal, supernatural, and sometimes with human test subjects. And this is the story of those children who actually come across this and they try to find out what's happening. The other one, which is quite interesting, again, different stories, is a very new one up now, and lots of people are taking interest in. Again, Black Mirror. It will take you to an imaginative world, possibly that you've not imagined before. You know, so whether that be thinking about people we have lost in our lives, or thinking about doing things differently. Again, what to watch, really good. Um, then the other one is this Alice in Borderland. Again, you know, it's very much about friendship, but it's also about games, survival strategies, and all of that. Um, the other one that we watched was The Lost in Space, which is very much about, you know, a family traveling to space, then getting lost, and then they putting things together and the hidden danger. The other one that I have is The Rain, and this is very much about rain that brings in a virus. Okay, so it's a rain-borne virus, and then how people survive, the way they work together to find out um, the survival mechanisms or tactics. You know, how you do, would you like to explain it? So yeah, so these are like really good ones. Then of course, if you've got interest in reading, you know, so that's what you can also look at. So these are the books that of course can invoke a whole lot of curiosity but also answer some of your questions. So, you know, but perhaps the most remarkable aspect of this parallel dimension is its power to inspire. And that's what we are talking about here, you know. Here, creativity is unleashed and art flourishes in its purest form. Music, literature, and visual masterpieces transcend the boundaries of imagination, touching the deepest corners of the human soul. And that's what we are looking at when we are nurturing curiosity. The wonders of this parallel dimension are right at your fingertips. All you need to do a little bit, dig into it and do a little bit of a research. All it takes is also the courage to unlock its secrets and embrace the infinite possibilities that lie within. I hope you all liked it. Thank you very much for joining us today. And be sure to subscribe to our channel for more extraordinary adventures into the unknown. And we will bring to you more on, what you can do to support your children at home. So this is one of the things, where I would say it can give you the words, the thoughts to actually start that conversation with your child at home. But very well, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your summer. I'll see you soon in the next one. Thank you.